Hello everyone, I am back with the topic of agriculture for class 10th geography. I will discuss in this video the two chapters combined. The first one agriculture food crops and the second one cash crops. Both I will discuss one by one. The first one I will start with this chapter with the food crops description. Agriculture crops are divided into three main basic parts. The first one food crops, second cash crops and spices. Food crops further divided into two parts. The first one cereals and the second one pulses. Cereals contain rice, wheat and millets. Millets further three divisions given in your chapter: jowar, bajra and ragi. And pulses divided into two parts: gram and maize. On the other side, cash crop, they are divided into oil and fiber and plantation. Three divisions are there. In oil part, edible and non-edible oils are there. Edible oils like groundnut, sesame, rapeseed, and in the non-edible seed like linseed, castor oil. Then on the fiber part, agro cotton, agro division and animal division is there. Agriculture product and animal product. In agriculture products are two, cotton and jute, and in the animal fiber, that is silk and wool. From the plantation part, we will discuss the tea, coffee, and the next is rubber, sugarcane and tobacco. And in spices, we will discuss about the cardamom, pepper, ginger and chilies. This is the first description for this agricultural crops. So firstly I will start with the food crops. Food crops, as you know that some topics have been reduced from your syllabus. So from food crops we will discuss only three topics: rice, wheat and pulses. Firstly I will start with the rice part. Rice, that is a kharif crop, and it is divided into three main types: wet or lowland, second is terraced cultivation, and the third one dry or upland rice. Then the soil which is suitable for the rice cultivation is the deep fertile clay soil or the deep fertile alluvial soil. It is also considering that black lava soil is also suitable for rice cultivation, but which is flooded with water. Then climate condition, it needs from 16 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. In between temperature is needed for the cultivation of rice. And it is also necessary that plenty of sunshine will be there when it is on the ripening condition. Then rainfall, it is needed for the from 150 centimeter to 200 centimeter. That means very heavy rainfall is needed for the rice cultivation. And very irrigated deep alluvial clay soil with the plenty of labor work needed on the farms when we are cultivating rice. Then the next thing is what are the different methods by which we are getting rice cultivation. There are five main basic methods by which we are cultivating rice. The first one, broadcasting method, second, dibbling method, third one is drilling method, fourth, transplantation, and the fifth one, Japanese method. The first one, broadcasting method, in this sprinkling of seeds is there, and sprinkling is uneven all over the field, and afterward we are getting the small tiny plants grown on the field. So in this method, sometimes it happens that there is a wastage of seed happen. Then the next one is dibbling method. Dibbling by dropping at regular interval in the furrows which are made by the humans with their hands. They are using hand to make furrows, and afterward they are spreading the seeds inside in the furrows. That is the dibbling method. They are using the dibbling machines in this technique. Then the third one is drilling method. In drilling method, they are using drill machines to make furrows on the land surface, and afterward they are in the very clean manner they are they are dropping the seeds inside the furrows, and seeds soaked in water for few hours before sowing. Then the fourth method is the transplantation. In transplantation is very common in Punjab. You have already seen when the sowing time happen in India, in Punjab for the rice cultivation. In transplantation, we are sowing seed in one area, and afterward when they are in the 10 to 15 centimeter height, and afterward we are transplanting those tiny plants to the main field that is fully flooded with water. That is a transplantation method. It happens after the tiny plants transplant after 4 weeks of the sowing, after sowing. Then the fifth is Japanese method. Japanese method in which we are using very good quality of seeds in the nursery beds, and afterward we are transplanting it to the field area. By the harvesting time, the harvesting has been done by the threshing machines. Then diseases, there are number of diseases which are affecting the rice plantation, like pest diseases, and there are number of problems which are created during the harvest time. Then reasons which are mainly described for the rice cultivation. The major largest producer of rice cultivation is West Bengal. And further Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana are also there. Then the next crop is wheat. Wheat is basically a rabi crop. Rabi crop, it is a staple food for the millions of Indians, and it is rich in the protein, nutrients, vitamins, carbohydrate is present in it. India is the fourth largest producer of wheat. Then wheat is a temperate crop, and it is grown in the winter and harvested in March and April month, it can be specially mechanized for the flat alluvial plains of the North India. There are variety of wheat crops are existed in India. The first one, the normal bread variety, and the second one is harder variety, that is a macaroni wheat. These are considerably through the growing condition in the particular soil. The first one, the normal bread variety, that is that is viable in the loamy or clay soil, and the harder variety or the macaroni variety, it can be grown in the black soil, that is in the Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh. Then soil is suitable for the alluvial soil, and clay loamy soil is suitable for the wheat cultivation. Climate 10 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius during the sowing time, it's suitable, and afterward 20 to 25 degrees Celsius temperature is needed during the harvest time. Then the rainfall, 50 to 100 centimeter rainfall is enough for wheat cultivation, as we are sowing rice in the flooded field, but it is not happening in the wheat time. Then method of cultivation, broadcasting, dribbling and drilling. These three methods we are using when we are harvesting, when we are using the wheat plantation. Then harvesting time, threshing machines are used. Areas which are basically considerable, the largest producer for the wheat is Uttar Pradesh, that is 34% of the total production of India. We are getting from Uttar Pradesh only. Then afterward Punjab, Haryana, they are also growing crops wheat like Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar, Gujarat and Maharashtra. So this is the first two parts of the Rabi and Kharif crop. The next one is food crop is pulses. Pulses basically we are considering gram and maize. Both types are having nutritive values, and they are providing the vegetable proteins to a very large vegetation population of India. And they are These plants with root nodules which fix and utilize atmospheric nitrogen in the soil, and they are rotated with the other crops to maintain or restore soil fertility. We are growing these pulses along with the cereals so that the nutritive properties of soil cannot be lost. The method of cultivation for pulses are, it is sown between September and November, and it is harvested between February and April. These pulses can be mature between 150 days after it is sown, and it is trampled by the bullocks to take out the seeds, and it is rotated as a pure and mixed crop with the wheat, barley and mustard crop. Severe cold and excessive rain are harmful to the crop. The processing and distribution. In processing part, they have given the uses of grams. It is used as a dal, basin, roasted on cooked, and for various preparation that includes sweets. Then its green leaves are also used as vegetables. Grains are used to feed horses and cattle. The rest of the things are the fodder which is obtained after threshing the pulses, we are using as a fodder for the animals. The most important producers of gram are Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan and Haryana. So this is the first description of the food crops. Now the next turn is for the cash crops. In cash crop we will discuss only fiber and plantation. Oil, edible and non-edible oil seeds are reduced from your syllabus for this semester. So the next thing is the fiber. Fibers are divided into two parts: agriculture fibers and animal fiber. Agriculture fibers, that is cotton and jute, and the animal fibers, silk and wool. Cotton we are getting from plants, so that is known as the agriculture product. We are getting it from the field area. Farmers are doing hard work in the field, and afterward we are getting the cotton plant, and from the cotton buds or cotton plants we are afterward making the raw cotton or the basic cotton we are using. Then the next one, in the animal fiber, the silk is there and wool is there. Wool we are getting from sheep. After cleansing some kind of filtration, we are getting the proper wool that we are using for making clothes and for other purposes. Then silk we are getting from the silkworm. Silkworm, we are having the long process of the silkworm. Silkworm is common. Silk rearing is common in, that is known as the sericulture. It is common in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. So this is the first fiber crops, agriculture and animal. Then the next one, plantation crop, tea, coffee and rubber, sugarcane, tobacco. Plantation crops, the tea part, that is given on the chapter number 12. So plantation crop, the first one, sugarcane I will discuss. Sugarcane, comes under the bamboo family of plants. It is by the main source of sugarcane we are getting good, khansari and sugar, and it is also used as fodder for animals. It is a tropical crop grown in the Kharif season. Basically it is a Kharif season crop. Soil which is suitable for the sugarcane, that is alluvial soil. It is when soil is having nitrogen, calcium and phosphorus in a very good content, that time we can sow the sugarcane. Then acidic or alkaline soils are harmful for this plant, and sugarcane exhausts the fertility of soil quickly and extensively. Its cultivation requires a heavy dose of manure and fertilizers in order to obtain high yielding. Flat level plains or plateau regions are ideal for sugarcane cultivation, and transplantation of the cane to the factory, it is easier when it is sown on the flat area. Climatic requirements, it is getting only 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius temperature is needed for the sugarcane. It is a suitable time in between 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Excessive temperature or very low temperature and dry winds are very harmful for this plant. Short, cool, dry winter season during ripening and harvesting is ideal, and frost is injurious to this plant, and hence harvesting should be done before the winter season, especially in the north area. Rainfall required from 75 to 75 centimeter to 150 centimeter. It cannot stand waterlogging, and it is a long duration crop and takes 15 to 18 months to mature. Then different methods we are using for the plantation: sowing time, set method, retuning, and the third one is the maturation method. So these are the basic methods we are using for the sugarcane. In set method, several joints we are combining and afterward we are shifting it in the soil. In retuning method, they are set up in the Tamil Nadu area, Coimbatore. In this method, after the first crop, the sugarcane is cut, leaving the root intact in the soil, and afterward the further plant started uprooting from the from the root. That is the retuning method. Then main diseases which are harming this plant: termites, white flies, black bugs, and diseases like red rot, smut, runs, and ratoon stunting. Processing, it takes 48 hours. Within 48 hours, we have to shift sugarcane to the sugarcane factories because they are losing the juice afterward, after 48 hours. Then harvesting should be done within, it is ready with the new leaves stop coming. When the new leaves stop coming, afterward we can harvest it. Then basic characteristics, it having the crushing the crane. Then bullocks or electronic equipments we are using to extract juice, and juice is extracted. Afterward we are boiling and making further byproducts. Then it is used as a white sugar khansari, drinking for making several drinks also. Then in the North India, Satluj Ganga plain from Punjab to Bihar account 50% of total production of the Indian economy. Then in the south, black soil bed for the Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu and eastern slope of the Western Ghat are suitable for the sugarcane. In Uttar Pradesh, sugarcane are also producing, and it is on the extensive manner. Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, these are the peninsular part of India in which we are also harvesting sugarcane. So this is the first topic of food crop and cash crop for the agricultural products. I hope you understood, and you have to solve one exercise which is given on the back of this chapter, and if you will get any problem, you can ask me through comment. Thank you.